Let's continue on chapter 4. Today we're going to finish the measures of central tendency and start talking about measures of dispersion and other measures, and finally introduce the concept of a population and sample. Here are the three measures of central tendency: average, median, and mode. We discussed the average in the last class. So here are three measures for different types of data. So they're essentially computing the same thing. It just depends on the different form that the data presented to us. Next, median. So median is the value that divides a series of ordered observations so that the number of items above it is equal to the number below it. So we need to discuss two cases for the ungrouped data. If the number in the series is odd, then the median is just the same as the midpoint of the values. So for example, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 8, 10, and we have a total of 7 data, right? 7 data points. So the median is just the midpoint of the values, 6, right? And there are 3 numbers below 6, 3, 4, 5. And there are 3 numbers above 6, 8, 8, 10. So don't forget that this series must be ordered. This must be ordered in either increasing or decreasing order. So for example, if you change the series as 10, 8, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, then the median is still 6. Okay, and the next case is if the number in the series is even, then the median is defined as the average of the two middle numbers. So for example, here we have 6 numbers, the even series, okay? 22, 24, 25, 27, 28, and 30. So what we take is to take the two middle numbers, 25 and 27, and then divide it by 2, so we find the average of the 25 and 27, which is 26 here. So now, as you can see, there are 3 numbers under 26 in this series, right? 22, 24, 25. And there are 3 numbers above 26, 27, 28, and 30. Therefore, 26 is the value that divides this series of ordered observations so that the number above it and the number below it are equal. And the median of grouped data is not used too frequently, so we're not going to talk about the median of grouped data. I will briefly introduce it. Is that the median of grouped data is to find the cell or the class that contains the middle number, and then you need to use some linear interpolation techniques to find the median. The mode is the value that occurs with the greatest frequency. So it is possible to have no modes in a series of numbers or to have more than one mode. And let's look at some examples. The first one, 3, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, 7. So 3 occurs twice, 4 occurs once, 5 occurs 3 times, and 7 occurs once. So 5 has the largest frequency, 3, and therefore the mode of this series of numbers is 5. And the second example contains these numbers: 105, 105, 105, 107, 108, and 109, 109, 109, and 110. So both 105 and 109 occur 3 times, which has the greatest frequency, and therefore both of them are considered as the mode of this series of numbers. Next, this example. So every number here occurs only once, so that they all have the same frequency. You cannot tell which one has the greatest frequency, and therefore it just has no mode. Just put not available here. So these three graphs shows the relationship among the measures of central tendency, and we use skewness as a lack of symmetry of the data. So the average is the most commonly used measure of central tendency. It is used when the distribution is symmetrical or not appreciably skewed to the right or left. And the median becomes an important measure of the central tendency when the distribution is positively or negatively skewed. So for example, if the distribution is heavier below the median, then it is positively skewed. If the distribution is heavier above the median, then we said it is negatively skewed. And the mode is used just to find a quick measure of the central tendency. So you just see which number occurs most numbers of times. So we have some numerical examples. Like the first set of data, 12, 12, 14, 14, 14, 16, and 16. Then the average, median, and mode are all equal to 14, right, in this series. So this is perfectly symmetrical, and all these three measures of central tendency coincide with each other. And now if we go extreme with one of the largest value in this set, if we change this 16 into 46, then the average becomes 18 and the median is still 14. So you can see that the distribution is heavier below the median, below the 14, because you have more 12 than 16 now. Okay, and in this case, if we took extreme, if we change the 12 into a 2, then the average becomes 13, which is below the median, and the graph becomes negative skewed because you have more 16s than the 12s now.